session. Right now it's 9:20 a.m. on November 22nd, 2021. Everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. Now that we got that out of the way, we are strapping ourselves in for the morning session here. We have subscribers in. Welcome. Those that are subscribed to two things. One, Saul's mentoring, which bundles with this service on a daily basis, this Trade Along live session. And we have subscribers just to this Trade Along live session. So welcome aboard. Our focus here from an educational point of view is to do or look to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades based on a price action trading methodology. I should back up a little bit. You can have your own technique in this service. This Trade Along live session is for traders out there that are looking to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. You can do it based on your own methodology. For those that are part of Saul's course and his mentoring work, he is teaching them a price action trading strategy in his Trading Academy class. He's also helping them tune up what they have based on their current trading setup to help them develop what we call consistent profitability in their trading. So we have set up this Trade Along Trading Academy as an opportunity for traders to get better at their trade, to develop what we call consistent profitability, or help them bridge the gap from where they are to consistent profits based on their trading. That's a tall order. We had to build a whole academy to put that together and help people head to their goal. Saul's been doing this for a long time. He's been trading for 25 years or so. He is your host and mentor. He is actively scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own trading account. In other words, he is live and at risk when it comes to his trading. He has a particular way of trading that is taught in the academy to those that wish to learn it. He sets out his trading morning by putting together key proprietary scalping levels for his own trading. From an educational point of view, he gives them out to you as attendees in this service. He gives you his proprietary pivot, his levels on top and bottom of that pivot, and we'll be doing so this morning. So when he gives them out, right around the opening bell, which is coming up in about 7 minutes or so, he's going to pop on. He's going to give out his levels. Then he's going to go through the morning session in his trading. He's going to assess the market. He's going to look to put on trades and take them off based on his price action trading methodology. You as individuals can do the same based on your trading methodology at your own risk, while utilizing Saul as your wingman during the morning session. So that's what sets up the opportunity when it comes to the service. We call it a Zoom technology trade along. You can see Saul's charts. You can hear his voice. You can interact with him in chat. When you're in a classroom with Saul, a Zoom classroom, you can learn his trading methodology. You can tune up your own. And again, the goal here is how to make you the best trader you can be based on Saul as your guide during the morning session and your guru and mentor in class time. So that's what we do every day. Your opportunity to decide if you want to belong. If you're coming in, you can come to tradealonglive.com, tradealonglive.com. If you want to check out the website and subscribe to these services, I'll send out the link now to you. It's a link that just takes you to tradealongtradingacademy.com, tradealongtradingacademy.com. We send out a link in the chat area for you so you can click on it and go, or you can just go. Review what the opportunities and offers are to help you be a better trader. It takes a lot of time and effort on Saul's part to help you get there. Now that's out to everyone now in the chat area. So self-police yourself. We don't want to be the people that helps you get booted out. Take a moment, check out the website, assess where you're at, where you'd like to be, sign up, and we go from there. Right now it's 9:26. Sal's going to be joining us shortly. I know it's Thanksgiving week. Could be an interesting week. There's always money to be made. You know what you're doing. There are days where you should sit on your hands and do nothing. There are other days where you should just sit back and let the fish jump in your boat. But everybody agrees you have to be skilled. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be consistent. And we help you do that in the academy. And then you join us here during this Trade Along live session as you put it all together. And we also have those that are happy with their trading technique and comfortable in their own skin, and they're looking for Sal's proprietary scalping level, Sal as their wingman for discipline and the action of price during the morning session. 2, 3, 4, 5 trades looking to be done for the day, then come back and do it again tomorrow. So that's what this is about. That's what the opportunity is. And if you like what we're doing here, tell your friends. TradeAlongLive.com. TradeAlongLive.com. Also, check out our website for subscribing to this service. And again, we appreciate you being here. If you need charts, let us know. So you can simulate trade. If you're a new trader, great. This really gets you set off on the right foot, being part of the academy. Hey, Julio, how are you? KG, Mizzy, hey, Timothy, Jack, Gilbert, hey, Dean, Anand, Abby, Flint. Be prepared to write Sal's levels down when he gives them out. You'll see a opportunity in the chat area. Hey, Mark L., how are you? Hey, Don, are you over on the other side? Hey, Don. What are you out corralling the turkeys today? Well, you know I need you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? All right. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 47.11. Resistance at 17, 23, 30, and 38. Support below at 03, 46.95, 89, and 83. Pivot 11, support 03, 95, 89, and 83. Resistance at 17, 23, 30, and 38. All right. The market here has been exceptionally quiet overnight in a very narrow range. It extended just a little bit ago when Europe opened up, but for the most part, we were mired in a very narrow range most of the evening. So I don't know how much is going to happen here today. It is going to be a short week because of the Thanksgiving holiday, at least in the United United States anyway. We'll be here today and tomorrow. Probably not on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, obviously, because they are not going to be. If you think today and tomorrow is going to be bad, wait till see Wednesday and Friday. It's going to be that kind of week. But there are going to be some news that might be affecting the week. So we'll see, what that's going to create for us. FOMC minutes are coming out. Trying to see what day they're. Hang on. Let me see what day those are coming out here. My thing doesn't say about the minutes, but we got existing home. Well, let's see if that probably came out already. Existing home sales coming out today. Let me just get to that page here for a second. Give me 1 second. I will until about 10. So I guess that's most of the day for us. Yeah. But yeah, you're always welcome, Don. So yeah, 9 o'clock, top of the hour, existing home sales is coming out, and then there's a $58 billion 2-year notes at 10:30, and then at 12, $59 billion 5-year note. So the bond market might get a little bit of activity. So as far as that news is concerned, that's what's coming out. So at 9 o'clock number, and then a lot of other a lot of other, as we come up here quickly to the 17 area, as I was talking. Oh, good. Nice little fill there, and a nice rotation off of it. Hopefully, some of you were able to get in there as I was chit-chatting away, and I got filled. So, nice little trade for us. Hopefully, you took advantage of the 17 area that we talked about. You got filled on both ends there. Got up to 875, and it came back down. So hopefully, you were able to stay with it and not get in any issue as far as getting stopped out. Welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We are looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market, and trying to scalp the market for basically about 2 to 3 points these days. That's what we're looking at, especially with the slowness of the market. We had a resistance up here at 17. We got up to 1875 and then rotated down, give us our 2 points here, and nice little rotation there against our first resistance area. Again, we use those levels, and if you look at the chat box area, those levels are out there for us, and we gave those out at the beginning of the day. There they are. So we'll see what what else happens today for us. But a nice rotation there against our first resistance area up there at the 17 area. Again, you have to have your orders in place with your stops also in place, and that way you can talk and get filled and make money at the same time. What a beautiful thing. It doesn't always happen that way, trust me. At least it worked out here for us today right away, so we can't complain. We got numbers coming out this week. We got Chicago PMI. No, that's next week. We do have on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we have a few numbers coming out. I'll tell you what, we'll work Wednesday morning here as well. I'm going to go today, tomorrow, and Wednesday morning because there's a whole bunch of numbers coming out on Wednesday. We'll be here for those. So we'll trade through Wednesday this way. But again, I caution you: the volume and the liquidity here is very, very thin, and the volume is very, very thin. As you can tell, we skipped all over the place, got filled, and then got filled on our upper end there, and quick rotation while I was talking. So it's nice that it works out for us once in a while without too much pain or no pain at all. All right. So again, if anybody here needs to ask any questions, make sure you can put them in the chat box area. We like questions here. So again, we have a short week given it's Thanksgiving week, and the volume usually is light as a lot of traders are out and about. But we do have get some movement here this morning. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. I had a nice rotation against our first level of resistance up there, and then we'll go from there. Next level of resistance we have is up here at the 23 area. With surging coronavirus infections across the country, Australia has become the first Western European nation to impose a national lockdown on citizens since the COVID-19 vaccine became widely available. The unpopular measure will shutter restaurants, bars, and theaters, Christmas markets, and non-essential shops for the 10 days initially could be expanded to as many as 20 days as intensive care beds run short. The government also made it compulsory for all citizens to get a vaccine as of February 1st, Australia's lowest vaccination rate in Western Europe, with 66% of its population fully vaccinated, though that compares to 59% in the United States. It is a situation where we have to react now. The health minister said over there, a lockdown, a relatively tough measure, and a sledgehammer is the only option to reduce the number of infections here. The euro dropped to below 113 to a fresh 16th-month low as investors bet Europe's economic recovery would be lagging behind the United States. Oil also pointed lower, with Brent and U.S. crude hitting 7-week lows at $78 and $74 respectively, as fresh COVID restrictions prompted demand concerns and protests. Tens of thousands marched through Vienna on Saturday as we are drift up here to our 20. Well, I got up to 175 there, so be a little bit careful there against the 23. Maybe the upper end of the range there would help. The number of reported U.S. COVID deaths for 2021 topped 770,000 on Saturday, according to the CDC, putting the pandemic's long total at more than twice that, the 385,000 deaths recorded last year alone. And that despite the broad vaccination campaigns and precautionary measures, though many epidemiologists, you know what I mean, attribute the alarming statistic to the highly contagious Delta variant and the spread of the disease among the unvaccinated. Comparing the two pandemic years is not identical. Scarcity of tests, first deaths weren't recorded until February of 2020, though a death total that doubled over the last year is still catching infectious disease doctors by surprise. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. It's not going away anytime soon, this situation. El Salvador is doubling down on its bet on Bitcoin, detailing plans to build a modern Alexandria called the Bitcoin City. The metropolis would be circular with an airport, residential, commercial areas, and features a central plaza designed to look like a Bitcoin symbol. Oh my God, from the air. All right, there you go. Let's go crazy. In June, El Salvador passed a law making it the first country in the world to accept Bitcoins as legal tender, while the plan took effect in September with the launch of the Chivo wallet, a government-sponsored digital wallet designed to facilitate transactions. Despite the hype, the dollar remains by far the main medium of exchange, as well as the currency during coming into the country. In September, October, Salvadorians abroad spent $32 million in remittances back home using the Chivo wallet, representing about 2.5% of the total remittances. Bitcoin slipped 16% from its highs of 68, almost 69,000, which it reached earlier this month, but it's still up more than 90% for the year. All right, way to go, Bitcoin. All right, so we do have a number coming out here in the top of the hour. We'll see what that does for us. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box area. We are trading mini S&Ps, trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. Scalping the market. We use our levels that we gave out this morning, in addition to any price action opportunities that occur. So a combination of both gives us the opportunities to our setups. Making a lot of noise over here.
Hey, Sal, just so you know, Don and I were developing a huge fan base while you were out. So the Mark and Don show is going to be missed this morning.
That's nice. I appreciate that. That is very good. I hope Don's around. I hope he heard that. You guys forgot about Brad. What's wrong with the Don, Mark, and Brad show?
Brad was a silent partner.
Silent partner. Well, he's silent with you guys. He ain't silent with me. I'll tell you that much. Well, that's nice. I'm glad. Thanks again. I don't know where Don is, but hopefully he's around and he can hear us. But thanks. I appreciate your help.
No worries. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, it's things have maybe turned the corner a little bit, but with that, new issues arise. I'll tell you one thing though: hospitals are terrible these days. You cannot. I mean, it is just brutal.
I can imagine.
I mean, just brutal. You can't. You just don't want to be there if you can avoid it. And if you don't advocate, and I mean, there's not enough people in the nurse. I mean, they're overworked. I feel bad for them. The ones who are working, they can't get enough staff, and it's the same problem everywhere. It's not just it's just not in in this industry, but healthcare especially, it is just brutal how they cannot get help.
Yeah, that's horrible. Well, wasn't it? Didn't they come out with a? Brad might know this. I think it was like a couple of weeks ago. They said over 4,000 doctors and nurses left their jobs because they refused to get vaccinated. And I was just thinking, 4,000 of them. What does that do to patient care and emergency service and things like that? If you lose 4,000 doctors and nurses.
Yeah, well, I could tell you, they everything is slow. Nothing gets done when it's supposed to. Even like remedial, easy things. I mean, just nothing gets done. It's just if you don't keep pressing and pressing and pressing, they'll just take advantage of you. It's just a brutal state of affairs. What's going on over there?
That sucks.
Yeah, it just. I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for obviously my father-in-law, but anybody who's in there. I mean, they have people in there yesterday who were like screaming for help to come and help them because they weren't answering their call buttons. I mean, it's like hard to even comprehend, but it's happening. It is not good. This is not a good situation, and it's not good anywhere. I mean, look, I can't even get a Starbucks to open up for me to get a coffee. I mean, what is going on?
We got to start you a GoFundMe for Sal's Coffee.
No, I don't need it. I need them to stay open.
Yeah,
I mean, they can't even stay open. What's wrong with these
employees for you?
I mean, you can't even get. I mean, how do you not stay? I mean, on the weekend they're closed on Sunday. Who closes on a Sunday at Starbucks? I mean, you figure people are gonna be home. They're gonna be. I mean, I don't know. It's just mind-boggling to me. Then they got the same problem in the healthcare industry too. So,
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's just a bad state of affairs out there. What can I say? Not good anywhere. But hopefully things. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand how people are. I guess a lot of people are not working because they're afraid of. I have no idea. I can't even begin to explain it. So I'm not going to.
All right. Well, welcome back. You can have the Sal show back, and if you need us, let us know.
Oh, I will. I will definitely call you. Tell you. I have no problem calling in and asking.
No worries.
All right, we got up here to the 23 area as we were chit-chatting, and a nice quick rotation down to 21. Hopefully, you all took advantage of that little quick move there. This has been working really nice for us today. This is really good. Makes up for last week where we got run over a couple times. I heard you guys told me. So this is first level of resistance worked very nicely there, and we got right up here to the 23. You got, if you kept 23 in there, you got filled nicely, and a nice rotation off of that. So it's not too bad. We'll take that. Mark, I know why is I don't see your mug on the what happened to your your camera there? Isn't it working? I thought thought you got that going.
Now you're going to remind Brad.
Well, no, actually, I don't really want to see you. I want to see your daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see your daughter actually when she comes and says, "Hey, Dad, what's up? Let me see. Let me sit here and trade for you."
Exactly.
That's what I really want to see. I don't want to see you. I don't care about you.
No, the only person who wants to see me is Brad.
That's right. I just want to see your daughter when she comes marching in and saying, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing?"
Exactly. Where's my college fund?
How you doing today, Dad? How much can I go buy?
I did set up a camera, and like I was telling Don and Brad, all you could see was the top of my head. So I have to order a mount. Actually, I ordered a camera mount. So just waiting for that to come in.
I know they don't have Amazon next day delivery. I'm sure
they do, but I'd rather wait as slow as I can.
Okay, well, you do that. I can give you mine actually. I can send.
I think everyone would rather see you than me.
I don't think. No, they don't want to see me. Trust me, they don't want to see me either. I just want to see. I want to see your daughter. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure and put her on when that mount comes in.
Oh, absolutely. Just let her wave. It'll be a good. And then we put that up on the website. That's perfect.
There you go. future traders.
Future traders. That's right. That's right. Did you see LeBron? What happened to LeBron, man? They even when they should have dumped him, they didn't. They just hate throwing him out of jail. They hate throwing him out of a game.
Yeah, all the excitement he brings.
I mean, he just doesn't. They don't. All that stuff. I mean, they should have dumped the guy's only the second time in his career that he's got ejected from a game.
Yeah, that was too much. That was a little uncalled for.
Well, I mean, you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think first of all, these rules that they make up about, intentional or not intentional. I mean, he hit him with his elbow. I don't know. He was blocking him out. You get pushed around. You shoved around. I don't know if it's hard to tell if it's intentional. As we come up here to the 30 area now, on top of everything else, this is really good. You should talk to you more often. Look at this. Wow, this is impressive. Quick rotation down here to 28 against our 30. This is what's going on here today. I can't believe that this is working out very nicely for us here today. I hit all our 3 levels and nice rotation off of these opportunities. I might have to give you some more levels up here on the top side, but nice rotation there against our 30. Hopefully some of you have been taking advantage of this little move that we're getting here. As we are chit-chatting away, we're also getting filled on our trades and a nice push off of the 30 area, and you're taking no heat on these trades. At least I'm not, because I'm talking and then I realize I get filled. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, taking my profits. I go, this is fun.
I might get to go back to bed now.
I mean, it's happening so fast. I'm just surprised. Usually we get run over on these. I mean, he's not going to get. They think he can't get in trouble. So he's lucky he gets a slap on the wrist. It's a joke how they treat him. All right, so nice little trade there against our 30 area. Again, we are trading mini S&Ps here. We're looking for opportunities against the levels that we gave out this morning. And if we put those levels up on the screen one more time for us, you'll see that we gave out those levels at the beginning of the day. And we use those as a guide to the day. They are going to be keeping Powell as head of the Fed. Our president has decided to stick with Powell and not change it, and that's I think the market likes that because he is definitely sticking with the transitory inflation situation instead of saying that it's a bad thing. He keeps saying that it's just transitory. It's okay. We can keep interest rates here down forever. Don't worry. And the market obviously likes that because they were talking about putting somebody a little bit more hawkish in there. But he did push up or nominate the more hawkish individual to a vice chairmanship. So, that might be happening sooner than later, but at least he's keeping Powell for the time being. And again, the president does choose the leader of the Fed, or who's going to run the Fed, and that's what they're doing. They did here today, so that's I think the market likes that a little bit. And it's trading that way. Next level of resistance we have is up here at the 38 area, and these are all-time highs, right? So be careful here. Just keep your stops in place. All right, that's all we can ask for is an opportunity to trade against levels that we gave out. And for a time, all the first three levels there have worked out very nicely for us. Next level of resistance we have is up there at the 38. Let me give you a couple more levels up here. Again, be careful up here with these levels because they are, these are all-time highs. So keep your stops in place. Above 38, we've got 45, 50, and then 58. 45, 50, and then 58 on top of the 38. I don't know if we're going to keep going or not because that's a long way up there still and pretty amazing. But, this is when markets extend. And just make sure you keep your stops in place up here. So far, we've been fairly lucky in the sense that we have not had to get stopped out on any of our levels up here. So we're pretty good this morning. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box area. I do like questions, but we need to have them in the chat box so I can see them. And we're just scalping opportunities here, trying to scalp opportunities given what the market is giving us or not. And today it's been very nice to us. So next level of resistance is up at the 38 area. We are basically scalping the market. That's basically what we're doing, trying to find opportunities to scalp 2 or 3 points on our trades, given the price action and whatever price action opportunities we may have. So we are basically scalping the market. We're not position trading or anything like that. We're just looking for opportunities to scalp to take 2 or 3 points on our trades. And sometimes, dependent on the situation, we can probably take a little bit more than that off of our opportunities. Again, we're looking for we focus more on the morning hours because the ebbs and flows and the dynamics of the market tend to work better for us when there's more volatility and volume, and then there seems to be always more volatility or volume in the morning hours, first couple hours of the day, versus hanging around here the whole day. As the day goes on, the dynamics change and the volume change, the players change, and so we kind of focus on the morning hours to give us our chances to trade. And again, there's we like to average. Given all of that, we like to average about 4 to 5 trades during the course of a day, and I think we can get that with the methodology that we have in the first couple hours. So we try not to overtrade because that's the one thing that we try not to do, and we don't want to overtrade and give money to the brokerage houses. So we try to just pick our spots and wait for the market to trigger those opportunities for us. Right now we've got support back at the 16 area, and our next level of resistance is up at 38, and kind of in the middle here, just not doing anything. Well, the average time for us to hold on a trade is probably minutes. We're not talking about days, hours. We're waiting for the markets to give us our 2 points or 3 points, depending on what you're looking for. And that's all dependent on what the market. Sometimes when the markets are moving around very fast, we have multiple trades in half an hour. So it all depends on the market conditions and price action at any given time. But for the most part, we're not holding it for days or anything like that. We're looking for opportunities to scalp. So scalping means in and out, and waiting for price action opportunities to give us our setups. As you can tell here, the market's thinning out here a little bit with this release of the I'm going to have a release of the this number that's going to be released here momentarily. And we'll see what that brings us. But again, we don't like to have positions on when the numbers are going to be released. And we're going to have one going to be released here any moment. So, well, again, the resistance up at 38, support is down at the 16 area. As the number is out, a little bit bullish. Slowly or quickly, depending on how you're looking at it, coming up here to our 38 area. Again, if you got in there at 37, scaled in there at 37, you're doing really okay there. All right, at 37 got triggered very nicely there for us. If you're scaling in, again, everybody trades differently, so how you get into your trade is depending on how many contracts you are trading. That's another variable that everybody has to consider. And not everybody trades the same. Not everybody trades the same amount of contracts. So all these things are part of your education course here as far as to maximize your profit potential in the market. and you have to understand your risk tolerance and where you're at, and then trade it accordingly as we come up here to touch in the 38 again. If you got in there at 37, you did okay. And now maybe if you didn't get in there, maybe make an adjustment to the top end of the range here and see what it wants to do. I mean, we scale into a position, so everybody, I mean, we're not going to be perfect. We had 38, it got up there to 37, traded off of it, so it was a nice quick scalp there for us. Somebody asked how long do we hold the trade? That maybe was half a minute there, but all depends on the market and how quickly it moves. We are getting some movement today. Sometimes it's a lot slower, trust me. And sometimes we have to hold on to trades for a long time and it's not moving. And, but today we're whipping around here a little bit, coming right up here to our 38. The top end of that range there. Maybe you didn't get in there at 37 and a half. Maybe you got in there at 38 and seeing what it wants to do. Or if you're looking for 8.5, it's maybe even 39, depending on your scale. Trying to do that for us as well. And all we're trying to do is take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. Okay, if you did get in there at the 37 on your top on your lower end, you got a nice rotation. Now we're trying to see what he wants to do up here against the top end. If some of you don't like it, think it's a little bit, if it's too risky for you, then wait for the next opportunity up there at the 45 area. Or support would be right now down at 16 as we come up here to the top end of the range here. So nice little opportunities there if you happen to be scaling in against our levels. And a nice day, a good day for a Monday, right? Not a bad Monday for us. We'll take it. Especially on a holiday week. Can't complain. Whoa, that was drastic. Somebody put an 800 out there at 38 trying to say, hey, I'm with you, Saul. Maybe Don. It's Don's order right there. Maybe even, I don't know, Mark's daughter, sorter. There we go. Nice rotation there against our top end of the range there. If you got in at 8.5, even if you got in at 39, depending on how you are scaling in, top end, lower end, you should have been able to make a nice little bit of money on that little trade as well. Those of you who are in here for first, it doesn't always work out this way. All right. So, and you have to remember, for the times that we get run over on our trades, once in a while we do get run over, and you don't remember these days where everything's working out. So try to remember these days when everything works out perfectly. Right? I mean, we're taking no risk on any of these trades basically, and we're getting nice rotations off of them and not waiting. So those of you who are, with us for a long time, understand that we're going to get these days. You can't get too excited about these days because there's going to be I always try to bring you back to remembering those bad trades so that you go, this is brutal. This is tough. Yeah, it's tough, but you don't remember these days where it's nice and easy, right? And we got to remember these days to counterbalance those days we get run over, because we're not always going to be perfect. I mean, we are perfect today, but it's not always going to be the case. So I always tell you that to make sure you understand. This is a process. Every day is a process. It's not just one day. It's a process here. those of you who are new, who like what we're doing, please, want to learn a little bit. This is what we do here. We teach. We have an education course that teaches anything that we do, finding levels, opportunities, all these things that we are talking about, how to trade, how to get in, how to exit, all these things we talk about because everybody has different risk tolerances and everybody trades differently. All right, that 800 lot there at the 38 is still there. So again, looking at price action, maybe if you were trading it with a tight little stop, you wanted to use that as a helper. You could have got in there at 775 there and had a nice rotation off of that and keep a tight stop in case it blew through. Or you go with that guy and get short there, right? And let's see what happens. But again, different ways of trading. Not every opportunity is based on the price action, the opportunities that present itself for us based on the work that we do, and also what the market is telling us at this particular moment in time, right? I mean, at 800 lot, they don't usually show that, right? So you could have piggybacked it a little bit by getting in there at 775. Now, it doesn't always work out this way. Just remember that. I think because we're up here at all-time highs and maybe it worked out this time, but there's different dynamics that will work and different dynamics that it won't work. I'm just saying that you take the opportunity because it's there. The next time you take the opportunity because the same thing happens, it might not work, but it's there. And like I think, you look for the next opportunity. If you're a trader, that's all you could do, right? That's all you could do as a trader. You're always looking for opportunities, looking for price action opportunities, and we talk about that all the time. And the things that we are looking for as far as trading is concerned, with the setups that we have. All right, so it was a nice little trading opportunity for us today. I'm glad I came back today. Market's been nice to me today. Well, for all of us, hopefully. Hopefully you guys and gals also got in. I mean, they are working very nicely for us. And basically that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to find the areas where we think the market will give us a rotation. We don't believe markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're looking for those opportunities where the market will rotate for us. We have reasons why we think those levels would work. We just don't guess, obviously. Well, I hope it, obviously. So. All right, so the big news, I think, like I said, the market is probably going to say how the market really likes this because of, what, because of Powell, that he's staying. I mean, not that you need a reason for this market to go up, it just seems to go up. Hmm. All right, support right now would be around the 19 to 20 area. Next resistance area we have is up at the 45 level. That order is still there. He is meaning business. Now, many more times we come and test this little 38, it becomes less and less viable to use as a backstop. So, keep that in mind. You don't want to go to the well too many times, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's retesting it again. Again, I'd be a little bit careful about using it over and over again. Usually the first time is good, second time, third time, that means no. Means no. But you never know. I'm just saying. The odds are is that it's going to run through. So it's just keep putting pressure on it, pressure on it, pressure on it, and they finally take it out. You know what they say in the trading world? Orders are there to be taken out. Somebody is showing you that 800 lot, they want it to be, they just want it, and their traders will say, all right, you think you're right, we're gonna take it. You see that nut shot that drove through the parade? Is it like the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? Or what is this world coming to? Seriously. It's just unbelievable. I just can't believe it. It's crazy stuff that's going on in this world. All right, so market goes to the orders. That's what the saying goes, and they took it out. So somebody's going to be right, somebody's going to be wrong. But the person who wanted to sell that 800 lot, they sold it, and the market took it out for him. We'll see which way it wants to go. All right, the market continues to uptick here. Next resistance area is up at the 45 area. Yeah, well, I mean, that too, Alex. There's definitely something wrong with that, but I think I mean, there's something wrong. That's if somebody can take that's another story. But I think everybody kind of knew it was not gonna. I mean, it was not gonna happen. That he was gonna be. I mean, I think well, I think they made a mistake with charging him for what they charged him with. I think it could have been a different theory that they should have gone on there, and that created this this situation. Where he was innocent. So obviously, there's something. He shouldn't be innocent for the things that he did, but I think for I don't know. I think they went down to the wrong theory. That's all I'm trying to say, because that should not be happening here. I mean, somebody's saying in Europe, somebody said that can never happen in Europe, where somebody's walking around with a automatic rifle. I mean, that would never happen in Europe. Something is wrong with that. I mean, there's something definitely wrong with what's going on here with this. I mean, I'm not talking about Second Amendment. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's not get into that discussion. Same. But I do agree with you. That's true. Yeah, I mean they're protesting like crazy there about the lockdowns. So it is definitely this world that we're living in right now. It's definitely a weird little world that we're living in right now. You know, I mean, that's all you could say right now for the time being. Hopefully, we can get through this. But we are definitely living in a weird situation. I mean, it's just crazy. You got COVID going crazy. You got markets at all-time highs. You figure it out. Right. All right, we are kind of hanging now. The little of the whatever energy that was in that market has been sucked out of it a little bit. Um, and again, this goes to what we talked about earlier about the dynamics of the market changing as the morning goes on. The volatility gets sucked out, and things slow down quite a bit. That'd be a little bit more busy considering the move, but they could just come up here and just kind of hang here for a little bit. And this could be at a new level of consolidation. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not. I don't know. Just saying. We'll see. Next level of resistance we have is up at 45. All right, we have definitely they've sucked out some of the volatility right now, and now all we can do is be a little bit patient. But hopefully, we're trading with us. We got our first 4 levels of resistance up here that kind of worked out very nicely for us, giving us some nice opportunities to scalp the market. Hopefully, you were partaking with the levels that we had and took advantage of the ebbs and flows there for us. Definitely got a couple of points on most of our trades there, and it didn't matter what what how you got in, whether you got in at the top end, lower end. I think you made money on most of those entry points. All right, we're just going to hang it up here again. They took out a lot of volatility, but we've had some nice opportunity. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. For our level, if you just traded our levels alone without some maybe a couple price action opportunities along the way, definitely just use about 4 trades so far in an hour. And that's what we like to average here. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll put them in the chat box area until right now we've got support back around the 24.5 area. If anybody, and we'll see what happens if they kind of just sideways trade here. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box area. We'll be here. We'll be here in the background unless something happens. I mean, I have to leave in about an hour or so, but I'll be here. Can't really do much when it's not really moving that much. So we've had our opportunities, and now we're just kind of letting the market kind of do its thing. Can we repeat the levels one more time for us if we have in the chat box area for us? Is that possible? There they are. Thank you. That was scary. What the hell happened there? Wow. I gotta be careful of opening up some of these emails. That's all I can say. My friends are not funny. I gotta make sure I yell at them for that one. All right, again, we are definitely not doing anything here. Very, very quiet, sidewinding, and probably not much going on anymore. But we did have a nice opportunity. We had plenty of nice opportunities this morning, and hopefully you were able to take advantage of some of those. But over here, you can see over the last, what is it, about 30 minutes, we have narrowed the range to about 2-point ranges here and just kind of they really pulled the plug. All right, get back here in a bit. No, we are we are here there, Dave. We are trading S&Ps here, but it's things have slowed down quite a bit, so not much is happening right now. So unfortunately, we are just here in the background, waiting for something to happen. We gave out our levels this morning. If we can repeat the levels in the chat box area, there they are. Those are the levels that we're using as a guide to the day. And again, we've hit our resistance areas. We're all triggered this morning coming up here to these highs, and now we're just kind of hanging up here against these upper levels and not doing much. So that's why we are kind of quiet. We were busy this morning, and we had some nice rotations off the once the market opened up. And those are the levels that we gave out this morning prior to the market opening. And we use those as a guide, like I said, to the day. And we our first four levels there at 17, 23, 30, and 38 all got triggered, and we're able to have some nice rotations. We are scalping the market. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market for about 2 or 3 points on our trades, and that's what we've been getting lately. And we looked for about 4 or 5 different opportunities during the course of a day. And well, this morning we obviously got those really quickly. Other times we have to wait for them and wait for the opportunities to present themselves. Today, they kind of happened quickly and happened in our favor. All of them, they were very nice to us today. Market was very nice to us today, so we can't complain. But we're here every day. We trade every day here. So if you missed, and we start at around 8:15, 8:30 Chicago time. Well, it's when the market opens up, and that way we are, on top of things when the market's going. And we look for the morning hours to give us our opportunities to trade. We feel that those opportunities are the dynamics of the market are there for us to trade well during those first couple hours of the day. Well, honestly, we don't. I don't trade Bitcoin, and I don't. That's not what we are. We are trading S&Ps here, equity futures, and I really don't. I don't really trade. I don't actively trade Bitcoin or cryptos, honestly. So I wouldn't be the one that you need to talk to. That's not our areas of expertise. We feel that there's enough volatility and the market moves in decent enough ranges for us to make some money in the equity futures versus trying to trade a market that I'm not quite sure or quite understand. So I rather stick to markets I somewhat understand and trade. But I mean, the other markets are out there, so. But we teach a education course using technical analysis to give us our opportunities to trade in the equity market, which I'm sure if you can probably use them in other markets as well. So, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't be a person to speak to as far as the crypto world is concerned. And the only thing I'll say about them is you probably need some in your portfolio. That's about it. But to trade them, it's too volatile for me, and it kind of moves. I don't know how it moves, so I'm not even going to tell you. So I just at least I trade the equity markets that I know trade well technically, and I can try to make a little bit of money on those opportunities that this market presents to us versus other markets that are a little crazier. And that's a crazy market. So, but hey, it's out there. It's trading. People like it. And we trade, again, we are trading equity futures. So a little different than stocks. Stocks, are hold, buy and sell, hold for a while. But we are, futures are a totally different ballgame. But a fun ball game, and that I will tell you, that I can vouch for. All right, my bond market is kind of just holding steady, not really doing much there. It's going to be a short week because of the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll be here through Wednesday, but again, I think the opportunities are going to be early on, and then it's going to be kind of quiet the rest of the day as the market definitely things slow down a little bit. Then we focus more on the morning hours anyway to give us our opportunities. So. We had some good opportunities this morning, so we can't complain.
Hey, I'll be in the background if anybody needs me. If you're interested in solid services, don't hesitate to ask. I did send out a link to our website where you can review what the opportunities are for you as a trader, whether it's in this Trade Along Live session or a bundle with the opportunity to be part of the Trading Academy, where you are mentored by Saul. And then you come in here on a daily basis as a proving ground and an access point to him during the live market as you're applying your newfound trading skills. So I'll be in and out. I'm just working on a couple things in the background as we move things forward here. I appreciate everybody being here. Self-police, check out the website. I'll send you out a link. Make sure that you are signed up. for access to this service. And again, one of the things that I've mentioned a couple times in the past is that if you haven't made the monthly cost of this service as a subscription in a couple days, then you need to hit the Academy. So check out the website and let us know how we can help you. Thank you. Hey, quick shout out. Welcome to Diane V. Hey, Diane, welcome aboard. Hey, Alex F., any additional questions for us based on these services? Just let us know back in chat. Hey, Nod, how are you doing? Hey, Nod, it's you guys that are locking down for the shot? I think I saw that. Hey, Anupam, Diane, welcome aboard. Let us know if you have any questions. Hey, Don, Edward, Gilbert. Gilbert, how you making out? Let us know if you have any questions. Greya, same. Hey, Jack, same. Hey, Joel, Flock, Robert, Ronald. Let us know if you have any questions about Sol services, the sign-up process. If anybody wants to upgrade, let us know from this Trade Along Live session to the bundle where you have the mentoring and the teaching in the academy. Sol does all mentoring and teaching. He also invites you in here on a daily basis as a proving ground and an access point to him as you're applying your newfound trading skills or updated trading skills. I'll be in the background if anybody needs any help in transitioning, upgrading, or getting set up for this Trade Along Live session on a daily basis as a subscription, or the combination where you have the mentoring and the ability to be part of this daily Trade Along Live session. If you'd like to invite your friends, it's tradealonglive.com, tradealonglive.com. To check out the offerings based on this educational programming, you can go to tradealongtradingacademy.com. Trade along, all one word, tradingacademy.com.